Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had a pre-draft meeting with interior defensive lineman from West Virginia, Darius Stills. Now, again, I'm getting all this information of who the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are meeting with from the Pewter Report, and I'm getting more information about these prospects from the Draft Network. So huge shout out to both those outlets. Again, if you guys are new, go ahead and subscribe. Would be greatly appreciated. We're almost at 10,000. Again, I have something very fun planned for 10,000 subscribers. But with that being said, let's start talking about Darius Stills. 6'1", 281 pounds, and this is what the Draft Network has to say about Darius Stills. Darius Stills is a quick mover off of the snap. He uses his natural leverage to his advantage by remaining low, which helps him win quickly in a multitude of ways. Having overwhelming hand strength / power at the point of attack, he plays very aggressively and isn't shy with using them quickly. Few match his suddenness and play violence off of the line, which are the main culprits of how he experiences so much success. A consistent pressure generator, he can disrupt pockets with straight-ahead rushing attacks or get home on twists / stunts as the looper. A motor that constantly runs hot, even as an interior rusher, he has outside of the tackle box type of range in ball pursuit when chasing plays down. He is very undisciplined in his approach as a run defender. He will do many outlandish moves in order to create penetration, but in turn, it leaves his gap voided for gaping running lanes for ball carriers. Stills is a true up-the-field penetrator that doesn't yet understand the meaning / discipline behind run fits. As a pass rusher, he's developed the habit of winning so quickly that when faced with blockers who can match his intensity / strength, he lacks an effective counter move. As a result, he often gets stuck in experimenting with tactics to see which eventually become effective for him in that moment. Okay, so that is what the Draft Network has to say about him. His ideal role is a rotational 3 technique that could develop into a starter. Scheme fit, used mostly as a penetrating 3 technique that's able to create vertical push and disruption. So right now as it stands, Darius Stills is a pass rush specialist. 6'1", 281 pounds. In the Buccaneers system, he would be playing defensive end more likelier than not, and it seems like, at least off of the jump, off the page here, on paper, Darius Stills would be not a perfect fit for what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers like to do in terms of their defensive scheme. The Buccaneers really like having run defenders along this defensive line. Darius Stills, at least right now, isn't a good run defender. He's a pass rush specialist. So it would be interesting at pick number, at ranking number 133. This would be a mid to later pick for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I could see him being just a pass rushless backup defensive end for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Maybe they even have him play defensive tackle at some points, but there's no way the Buccaneers would potentially consider Darius Stills a starter. I like Stills. I like the motor that he has. I definitely like the overall, just attitude that he has, where he's just going to attack, and attack, but his technique needs a lot of work, as it said in the report there. Great pass rusher, but he still needs to work on his technique, not just in pass rushing. It seems like he still has some problems with that, the ins and outs of that, but as a run defender, it's basically non-existent. So there would need to be work to be done with Darius Stills. He would be, a very developmental type of guy. But I do trust Casey Rogers. I do trust Todd Bowles. I do trust the entirety of the Buccaneers defensive coaching staff. I think that they could utilize just that insane work ethic and that just raw intensity that Darius Stills has and develop him more as a defensive lineman, both as a pass rusher and as a run defender as well, so he can fit Todd Bowles' defense. But this would be a very interesting pickup for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are losing some guys, or I guess some backup defensive linemen for them do have some expiring contracts, so maybe they would just figure, well, we'll bring in Darius Stills, and he can just be a backup defensive lineman for a little bit and develop him. Kind of like what we've seen with Khalil Davis. And Khalil Davis has developed into a pretty good rotational player for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as of late, so maybe a similar thing could be done with Darius Stills as well. I would not be opposed to a move like this, because I think that if he has the motor and he has the intensity to basically go out there and make some phenomenal plays in college football, I think that could translate very well to the NFL level. But guys, let me know what you think about this move down in the comments section below about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers meeting with Darius Stills. Are you for it? Are you against it? Where would you envision Darius Stills' role on the defensive side of the football? Again, me personally, probably a backup developmental defensive lineman who has a lot of potential and upside for the future. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.